Hello everyone, I hope you're having a phenomenal day. Today we have a Bloody Lane public match for you. Before we get into that, thank you to our Patreon members for the support. If you'd like the support, go to the link in the description where you get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. With that being said, server pop right now on February 22nd at about 6:20 p.m. Eastern Time is 2:30. In balance right now is 7 towards the CSA side. Artillery-wise, Union doesn't have it. Confederates do, and they have 9 on it. So that in balance of 6 turns into 3 for Union. So I'm sure Union will appreciate that. Officers for today, for CSA side, you have Simple Joe, Joseph D, Gypsy, Broken Arrow. For the artillery, you have Stein. Whereas on the Union side, you have Normal Person, Stonewall Jackson, Krabby Brute, and Pax. So let's get into our round here of Bloody Lane. Union doing what they do best, and they just bonsai charge this left side. Union charges far left or far right. You'll see a mix of both, with maybe some shooting in the middle. Union's half charging down left and half shooting down center, which normally, in my opinion, is the best strategy. Union just bonsaiing this left side. And I don't understand why CSA didn't have more manpower over here, because Union is kind of breaking through. Despite this, though, CSA reinforcements are going to collapse in, and they are going to wipe the Union here. Now the rest of the Union are showing up. I don't get why Union went center, and now they're trying to move over here to reinforce. Union's going to be split apart here. I mean, we'll see. I mean, you have a CSA company over there defending the left.
Oh my god, he respawned. What a retard.
Get that flag, boys.
So Union's just trying to go around the CSA right now. So CSA overextended a little bit. Union able to keep the flags up, and so they're able to keep respawning guys in. And they're starting to overtake the CSA here. So, you know, a little rough start for both sides, I would say, in terms of positioning. But Union was able to keep the flags up. CSA wasn't. And Union was able to eventually out-respawn the CSA and take this corner, which is very, very good for the Union side, because again, normally Union just pushes down here, they take the corner, and then just push this way and slowly progress to the point, and they win the game. Which we can see with tickets already. Union's up by about 1/4 of a stage. You have some CSA trying to trickle forward at the Union, maybe trying to attempt to hold this. They're gonna try. We'll see. They've gotten at least one Union flag down so far. Tickets wise, Union has 52% more tickets than the CSA. So, Union can afford the bonsai charge once or twice and be fine. 2 Union flags have fallen back, it looks like. And despite Union looking like they were going to do fine, this is just mayhem, which really helps Union. You could tell that with tickets, but the longer these charges go, that means more death is happening, more tickets lost, and that's obviously advantageous to the attacker's side. About 99% of the time, I think that flag arrow is just team killed. I don't think I've seen a Bloody Lane start like this before, where both sides are just trickling in nonstop in this corner. You get that when flags can respawn someone in every 5 seconds.
I'm so conflicted on these orders right now. What is the conflict? Just fucking kill him! No! What are you talking about? No! Normal!
So Union flags are starting to push back up again. CSA flags are organized down 1. See some of those Union guys smartly trying to get the flag so they can get respawns out of the equation. And CSA first to go to engage. Union's up by 1/4 of a stage right now. And both sides are still here. No one's lost the charge yet. I mean, it looks like Union's winning it as of now. Anyways, weapons on each side. Union has the 8th Ohio Regiment with the Springfield 55 and Springfield 61, but more hyped on this map is the 69th New York, the Irish Volunteer Brigade. They got the Springfield 42 only, so they got buck and ball, shoots like a shotgun. CSA reforming up on this snake fence, keeping their flags a little further back so you can't get them. Union very much clumped up in a tiny area. Speaking of CSA, they have the 6 Alabama with the Enfield with the Lorenz, and then the 14 North Carolina, which has the option of the Springfield 55, the Enfield, or the Springfield 42. So both sides have buck and ball. And
make sure you're not firing at friendlies.
This is the most continuous. This might be the longest continuous charge I've seen. I know I've seen one on Boulevard Heights camp before where the charge just didn't stop and didn't stop, but this is definitely one to be remembered.
Just going. I want to kill.
You guys know where the refs are?
So, Union needs to extend out. I like that they're starting to go out to this left side a little bit. Some CSA is starting to charge into them, which I don't know why. CSA should do fine with sitting and shooting this clump. I don't know if they could shoot Union down completely, though, which you got to outshoot their respawns, which trying to out-respawn or out-kill flags that are respawning someone every 5 seconds is hard. I mean, you got to kill 4 guys, more than 4 guys every 5 seconds, and that's hard to do consistently. So CSA is starting to hold their ground. Union trying to shift over a little bit, but they're not, and Union flags are starting to pull off. And looks like CSA is going to hold the ground at what cost? Being down half a morale stage. So, despite Union not winning the position, that was a near perfect start, I think. Obviously not perfect, but pretty dang close to perfect. Union didn't lose any of their flags. They brought CSA down a morale stage and a half in less than 10 minutes of the round starting. I mean, I personally, as Union, will not ask for a better start. Because you've got 36.5 minutes to knock the CSA down. Like 1.5 round stage. You just got to do what you did one more time. And you are going to be able to get the CSA down to breaking, and then you can cap and win. And you have a ticket lead on top of that, so you can really afford a ticket loss, whether it be through charging or just sitting and shooting. I assume Union's going to charge again because it worked so well for them. That's what I would do if I was Union.
Yeah, they are.
Maybe not clump down the center of the road, but maybe spread out a little more, or just go straight into the corner. See what Union does, though. They got plenty of time, though, to do what they want.
Right here. Just shoot in the center and then reload on the right.
First to Homa, regroup on me.
First to Homa on me.
My balls itch. No one cares about your balls itches.
Toilet.
Someone just got shot in the head. 8th Ohio Company B with tags on the left.
So Union's spreading out again, splitting up into their 2 little groups. And so we'll see what Union does. CSA spreading out again. Now you see defenders do this at the beginning of the match, because if I'm a defender, I don't know where the attackers are going to go. And so you generally spread your guys across the width of the map. I mean, this map, it's a sunken lane. I mean, it's a pretty nice defensive line for CSA. But you got to put guys where the Union's going. And you can understand why CSA is putting guys over here just in case Union goes down to this side. But if I'm CSA, I have this company holding right there. And I have this far left company holding right there. And the reason being is because Union's already pushed you on your right side. There's no reason for CSA to overextend on the left side. On top of that, too, this is a wide open field here. And there is some elevation changes that can block your view, that's for sure. But CSA could probably pick up on some things quickly. So Union, at least for now, is going to a shooting tactic over here. They're running up, taking shots, and then falling back.
Hey, other flags stay with
Why
me.
you don't stay, guys? Those idiots over there, they stayed.
Blue flag falls, green flag. Heard?
So that's why I'm glad that middle CSA company reinforced left side, but I don't know why Union's kind of spreading out here. Maybe they're worried to charge in again because they just lost, and they're like, well, we don't want to lose this ticket lead that we have. We have a lot of time. We could shoot them down.
Take aim at that smoke. Take aim, just aim low.
Maybe what they're thinking.
Aim low. Steady. Aim as low as you guys can. Steady. Oh, good shots. Yeah, bar moved.
However, charging could work just as well if you can't tell what I like. But at this point, CSA is still trying to play time, so they're just kind of sitting back and hiding.
Stay crouched. That volley will not hit you as long as you're crouched.
Jesus, because you know it's
They're just trying to draw this out as long as possible.
Crouch, for fuck's sake.
So Union, what are they doing? Some of them ran up to take shots and fall back. Some of them are just going straight in. I mean, that's certainly a way to burn your tickets up.
How fucking stupid are you guys?
So
You guys can hear me, right?
Can I shoot at a rebel now?
You're all stupid. I hope you know that.
Yo, we're not stupid. We're the ones who stayed.
Our fucking officer got shot and everybody thought that meant to go charge.
No, somebody you saw your friendly shooting officer.
Shit, you dumbass.
Everyone
you
with
don't
a brain
have
heard
banned.
you say volley, and everyone else just fucking went because some idiot told them.
How are we gonna
Whatever,
volley? We have
whatever. I don't
fucking
trust
volley.
any of you anymore. No volleys. You guys are independent fire. This is a punishment. This is a punishment. Rally here.
well, if you enjoyed that, you love this game. I mean, hey, that's what you get. I mean, what else do you expect? So Krabby Brute starting to push his guys from Union right. They're kind of just trying to pile down on CSA over here, which, I mean, they've lost about maybe almost a fourth of a stage right now since that engagement's kind of finished, which is almost what Union's lost as well.
I was just saying, I hope the next Pope's black so we can call him Pope Urban.
So for now, I mean, this will work for Union. This will work. Krabby Root's going center though. He's at least shifting down further more. I mean, it's going to work because if you want to play the long game with time as defender, you need the turtle. And it's really hard to do that on pubs. Because who wants to hop on a game and just sit in your main spawn and do nothing? That's pretty boring. So it's hard to do. CSA's still trying to at least hold the line. If CSA let Union cap the point and then retook it, which definitely can happen, CSA could regain up to the percentage of tickets that Union is at. So CSA pincering in on Union, trying to get, frankly, beautiful shots on the Union here, who are now starting to pull off. So they are starting to move back a little further as they're caught off guard. Here's the thing, right? I don't know how much these officers are paying attention. Not that CSA is far away from that corner, but the moment CSA went off this, if I were Union, I would have charged down this side. Even if you don't necessarily have a numbers advantage per se, you would against these CSA guys since these guys pulled off. But CSA reaction has been, I would say, pretty okay. So as long as Union kind of moved fast, they should be fine. It won't hurt the officer.
Go down tickets. We need to defend this point above all else.
So CSA is about to hit, taking losses. And Union's got 30 minutes to knock them down one stage. And then they could cap and win, or knock them down two and then wipe them all and win that way as well.
We're gonna pull Big Mac. Oh, he's probably talking now.
Nice, nice.
So Union's basically got a full team line up top, just taking shots. Are these guys going in? My oh my.
Fuck you guys! I'm gonna get one of you! You pieces of shit, I'm coming for you. You guys suck on me too. Yeah, get him. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Boys, we're up to our next Infineon blood surrender or you'll die.
And that didn't work. You know, as most certain. Again, I think there is an acceptable amount of tickets you can lose as Union. There's acceptable ways to lose tickets lost as Union, right? If your team bonsais is down here and gets wiped, that is an acceptable loss of tickets. That right there makes 0 sense whatsoever. That's just throwing away tickets to throw away tickets. You barely nudged CSA down. You would have thought they would have taken losses on the next charge, but that did not happen.
Spread it out, boys. Don't be touching shoulders. Independent fire.
So, but there they do. They do go down to taking losses eventually. Meanwhile, Union over here still sitting and shooting. So, looking at CSA artillery, haven't really paid too much attention to them yet. We haven't really seen a big impact from them, and you can kind of see why from their view. And the thing is that corn kind of blocks half of the hill where a good amount of fighting is at. And you can see the Union now, sure, you got to time that fuse right. Let's see where this goes.
Right there, right.
Yeah, that was short. And that's the thing too, is that you got to be basically perfect with the arty shot. And even when you hit the line, you kill. Maybe at most 5-6 guys, at least consistently. Sometimes you'll get more than that, but that's very rare. But if anything, you'll knock down a lot of the opponents. So it's difficult for CSA artillery because your problem is you're trying to shoot a crest of the hill. Look at that arty shot. I mean, that was almost dang near perfect, but again, it's hard to shoot and hit exactly on a crest. You got to have your perfect fuse time. So Union's kind of doing a prong charge across the whole map. They have one company going center, two going left. I don't know why they're sending the Buck and Ball Regiment up the center. But CSA have responded pretty well, pushing over here. Union's about to drop into taking losses as well.
There's too many Unionites.
Regardless, Union is at least holding for now. Union's in taking losses. CSA starting to lose tickets in that. Rest CSA is starting to shift over to deal with the Union here. CSA artillery, gets a hit there, maybe kills 2 or 3. And rest CSA sweeping through. I don't know why the Union flag is running right through the CSA line.
Get those flags! Get those flags up!
How is he still alive? There he is.
Pick up those flags. Pick up those flags.
And so Union's going to lose 3 flags here. Make that 4. The Union's still up on tickets, and again, they have plenty of time so they can wait this out. But that didn't make any sense whatsoever because Union charged one of the companies with Buck and Ball straight down the center of the open field. Buck and Ball, again, is the most powerful weapon you would have in this game. Why are you charging them across the open field when you could have charged them over here where Union actually got up to the snake fence and contested the CSA? Why would you just charge across the open field and die? That didn't make any sense. Tickets are getting even now.
We met them, Joseph. We met them motherfuckers.
So, for now, CSA is reforming, Union doing the same.
Who said that? Who said that? Whose great idea was that?
That was mine. My beautiful idea. We all have free will.
Listen, son, we are going to stay with our officer at all time.
No, I have free will. Watch this. I have free will.
There's no free will in this army, boy.
Well, I made the ticket gap a little closer. So, oh my god, the guys are just team killing each other in main spawn. Anyways, the thing is, right, is each side has the same amount of numbers in this game. Which means that, for example, right, if your team is blombed up and you're being shot from every direction, sure, you're being shot from every direction, but since you know they have similar numbers to your team, that means that line shooting all the way around you is thinner. And that, at that point, you should just break out of that through one of the things. You can see CSA is defending the width of the map. If I'm Union here, why would I split up my forces to kind of match what the CSA is doing? If you have similar numbers in a charge across an open field like this, you will not win. You will not win. The only way Union does something is if they all charge down the same side. Because the thing is, right, is you saw a Union company go over here. They got wiped. That's not surprising. They had similar numbers, if not less, than the CSA over here. and they were charging across an open field while CSA had defenses. You had a Union company charge right down the center of the open field. They got completely torn up. I mean, the problem is Union's trying to split up, and they can't do that. You can't do that on this map. And because of that, the great start Union has now evaporated. Tickets are even. I mean, Union's still slightly up, but it's nothing crazy. And now Union doesn't have their flags for another 3 or so minutes.
I didn't mean nothing by it. I didn't mean nothing by it.
So Union's gone back to a sit and shoot. Seriously, if I were the Union, I would have just done what I did at the beginning and all charged down the left side. Obviously, we saw what they did and we saw that it didn't work, but you should know that that kind of stuff doesn't work. I mean, unless a defender is really bad, if a defense has a big long line and the attacker splits up their forces to hit multiple parts of that line at the same time. Now, I think it depends on the map and obviously the circumstance. Like Cook's counter charge, I know I've seen some ego events, which it's right here. So let me get back in bounds quickly. So this is Cook's counter charge over here. Union will generally set up a defensive line where they have guys kind of on that road, like in the center of my screen. They'll also have guys here as well. So Union will kind of spread on a long line. See, when if CSA pushes up on this side, split up, see, CSA has like the corn here they can use as cover. They have snake fences and some defilades they can use as cover. The problem with over here is that you're charging or pushing up in a wide open field. Someone, a brave soul getting that flag, but looks like the officers are arguing. Always a lovely moment. Another interesting part about this game is you got 4 officers trying to agree on one plan, which we all know that 4 people can agree on something really easily. No disagreement. But it looks like Krabby Brute wants to put pressure while Pax maybe wanted to sit back. I don't exactly know. But Pax will join.
Don't cap.
So CSA are trying to move onto the fence to meet them. And Union's going to have a little shootout with them there. Rest of CSA, you can see, are starting to move down the road. Which means these Union guys need to move up. But they're probably going to sit back.
Pussies, you guys are D-Quad. You look like shit. Your beard smells like God. Just kill as many as you can from the east.
And actually, that ticket gap is growing largely back in Union's favor. Rest of CSA moving in. It looks like Union did not push up their flags, which really makes the charge appear as if its only point was to bring CSA tickets down, which it did exactly that. So CSA is about to hit breaking. Union is about a little less than halfway in taking losses.
Out in Britain, I love muskets and shit, you know, mate. I like to make everyone feel like shit because I'm a British person.
Hey, would you speak with an American accent? You're ruining my immersion.
Speak with American.
We're role playing right now, dude. You ain't supposed to be in this war.
Get on the line.
So CSA is going to condense a little closer to the point. Looks like they're still trying to defend that side, which is not a bad idea. I mean, you don't want Union getting in the lane, which it looks like some guys are trying to go down. I appreciate the effort, but you're going in on your own. And that's just a way for Union to lose tickets. So, nice little charge there from Krabby Brute and Pax. But, I mean, still, Union has plenty of time. Remember, they had 30 minutes to knock the CSA down. And they have gone about 11 and a half minutes so far, and CSA is going to go into breaking. So, I mean, Union has plenty of time to hit them in the last stand, and more time on top of that to slowly shoot them down.
I'm from country Clark.
I'll shoot cowards. You get over that fucking fence.
All right,
boy.
get ready,
Come on.
man. Steady your aim.
Fire!
Fire.
Hey guys, we fired too
Fall back,
early on
fall
that
back.
one. I'm gonna need you guys to wait up. Check.
Are they chatting? Yeah, it looks like they're chatting in the text chat. You can tell because Pax was AFK. But it looks like maybe Union wants to try going up this left side again and just trying to finish this one out here.
Let's go.
Aim very low. Pick up the flag.
So CSA dropped a breaking. Union getting there. They said much more in the chat. Nothing else. Looks like they are starting to shift to this left side though, and looks like they're probably going to force this charge to happen regardless of what the other Union officers want to or not. It's always a way to do that. And so you can see at least Pax guys are trying to use the cover of the crest of the hill for that. Meanwhile, you have a fair amount of Union just kind of sitting around here.
Take aim at that smoke. Take aim.
Steady.
Cigarettes.
Steady. Fire!
Good volley. Fall back. Fall back, boys. Good volley.
Fucking start moving.
Would you stop scoring, Mr. I'm trying to play the game.
No, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You need.
I got you in my dick, ride me.
Turn this fucking thing around.
We're trying to role play.
I'm fucking trying to roleplay. Jesus Christ.
Alright, boys, move left. Move left.
Stonewall looks like the larger regiments want to go left, so let's play what's going to happen.
And so you can hear the funny banter as well. But Union's going to go left side here. And Union's going to bonsai. The question is, can CSA see it? If they do look up, you can see, at least barely see the Union moving across.
We're waiting for them to push up. We're gonna do that again. As soon as they pop out, aim low. We're aiming low. Aim low, Miss Small, alright?
You aim low because at distances like these, your bullets are going to rise a little bit. I don't know if that's historically accurate or just how the game works, but CSA on that side still holding.
What are you doing? Get back here, get back here, get back here. Get back here, get back here. Yeah.
And CSA knows they're heading this way. The question is, when is Union going to go?
J Money, we're going to protect you at all costs because Abraham Lincoln's got to give you a medal. Alright, that sounds great to me. Oh, what the fuck is our officer? Oh, here we go.
Looks like a couple of Union guys are just trying to shoot at the CSA, maybe try to bait them to a volley. Meanwhile, CSA that were center right are shifting back more to the center. Maybe just trying to spread it a little more. Again, as long as CSA kind of reacts quickly to Union charging, a CSA should be close enough to making that happen.
They can hit the upper part of your body if you are standing.
Yeah, you do.
Oh shit.
You can end up like the officer, so stay down.
Get ready.
Oh, they went right. I don't know why Union likes going down center of this open field. They just got completely slaughtered. Maybe it's trying to distract for the friendlies who are going down this side, but I mean, if you're gonna do that, maybe send like 15 guys there. I don't know why you'd bring the flags there as well. Anyways, Union, at least for now, is taking the corner. They got the bucking ball over here for sure. Union hits breaking, CSA dropping.
Go home, Yank. Go home.
And CSA can't lose this ground. Some of them are starting to shift forward into melee, but CSA needs to end this as quick as possible and get the Union flags. 100% possible. They outnumber Union by a considerable amount, but they need to end this ASAP. They need to avoid the ticket loss.
Flags fall back! Flags fall back! Flags fall back! Everyone else, keep killing! Everyone else, keep killing! Hands off me, Reb!
Get back here. Get back here.
So CSA is going to hold. They're going to get one flag down in the meantime. But, you know, again, good charge for Union. They're up by a fourth of a stage. CSA halfway through breaking. You got 13 minutes.
Flags right here. Flags right
Union
here. Flags.
is
There you go,
considerably lucky
there you go. Y'all hold,
to have.
hold. Stay in formation.
They're very, very lucky that that charge at the beginning went how it did, and that CSA lost a morale stage and a half in an instant.
Do that again.
Because Union pace the rest of the round has been very, very slow.
You reckon they're gonna be on last stand after this?
Probably.
Yep. Union charges like that again, they will most likely hit CSA down to last stand. But Union's kind of got to be wary about their tickets. Not as bad, but if Union, the huge accomplishment for Union in this next charge, I assume that's what they're going to do next,
Hold the line.
is if Union can hit CSA into breaking, or last stand, they have hit breaking, but if they can force CSA into last stand, and also not hit final push so that the black timer doesn't drop, Union will be in a great spot to win. Someone's bringing the flag back up. But the reason why Union doesn't want to hit final push in the next charge is because that black timer drops, and when Union hits final push in the middle of a charge, it probably means a lot of them have to respawn, and you don't want to have to reform while you're in final push and have a limited time. You'd much rather reform when you're still in breaking. There's still a lot of time left on the clock. So I think Union's in a prime position to make that happen. Of course, we'll see how this kind of plays out. Time will tell, as with everything.
10:30.
45 seconds.
10:30. Make sure you got your
Fire, fire start. 10 seconds. Fucking ball.
We need to use the infantry as a meat shield so our supreme weapons can make a use.
Looks like Union's gonna maybe do the same thing as they did before, try to do a two-pronged attack. I don't know why you would charge on the center of the open field, but, you know, whatever works.
20 seconds.
20 seconds, gentlemen.
20 seconds.
20 seconds.
20 seconds.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. I'm with the Boston Red Sox. We have an interview. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. Come on, Shane. We can do it. Let's go! Thank you, son. We'll keep going. I believe in you. I believe in you too, Sergeant.
So Union's splitting up in the two prongs. One's going for the point, the other one's trying to go for this left side. More CSA are moving to the Union, trying to take the corner versus the ones on the point.
We got this. We got this shit.
A lot of CSA shots are not hitting.
Want this. Come get some, Yankees. Come get some.
Which you can see on the top left side, Union, it's tiny, but Union's starting to cut from the center field over here. This charge failed for Union, but here come the rest of the Union. One company went straight in, and they're outnumbered. Union over here are charging in, though. And so Union will lose that charge. They don't hit final push. However, CSA's still not in last stand. Got a couple Union Rambles up here that could maybe make that possible, but if anything, they're hurting their team more than anything. Oh, that out-of-line kill got it, so that is about as perfect as you can get. So if a CSA guy CSA guy dies, he don't come back. And now here's what I mean is Union is reforming up, getting ready to go, and they are not stressed about the time at all. That went about as perfect as you could get it for Union. So we'll see how the rest of this plays out, but I mean, Union's got about 2 charges left. They got the one they're about to do in a second. And then they have the one that they'll do after they get wiped. Or maybe they just outright win, but if they get wiped, they'll have time to reform and do one more charge. So it's looking really, really good for Union right now. Really good.
Why is my arm so short?
Picture with your ass out.
And so CSA, for the most part, are falling back onto the point. Most are giving up the corner here. There's one downed Union flag over there, but I assume they're going to run down and pick that back up.
Stay down, stay down,
Oh,
stay
stay
down.
down, stay down. This is your last life. I'm staying down for sure this
Blake,
time.
gear control.
Alright, goes down.
No, I'm right here.
Nice.
He's just not going up there.
So,
I just don't want to touch it.
when's Union going to go? Are they saying anything in chat? Let's send at 7. 7 go. Well, Fred the Red's already going. Oh, now they're just stopping.
Spread out, spread out, spread out.
Why are they sitting and shooting here? CSA's got great defensive spots. You know, Union had such a good start, and they've just kind of fallen off here, I'm not going to lie. But it's not like Union's strategy at that initial charge was anything special. If anything, it was worse than special. But Union's pushed up here. CSA just trying to hold back. Again, they die, they don't come back, so they got to avoid
We don't stand for your
avoid
flag,
any
sons of
deaths.
bitches.
Rest CSA is starting to sprint down here, and meanwhile you got Union going down center.
Fuck you.
And it's all happening live. A lot of CSA going for the corner. Meanwhile, the Union on the top right side are going up there pretty much almost uncontested. Actually, that clock drops to 3 minutes. Charge is very close over here. CSA on point. Trying to hate these Union guys for trying to cut over as they've always done. And Union has pretty much won over here. Again, flags are important, which they're a little far forward. But Union's starting to turn towards the point. And the last remaining CSA line is holding. We will see how they do. It doesn't look promising. By that I mean it's pretty much over for CSA. It's over.
Do something about it then, pussy. I am doing something about it, you motherfucker. I'm trying to lift you up. Put your bitches down, motherfucker. It's already over.
And with that line basically incinerated,
Yeah, bye-bye.
the Union team is going to be able to capture point and finish this game. So, I mean, Union play was not all that great. They got very conservative in the middle of the round, and their charges were not coordinated. They were not together. A lot of the charges didn't make sense, like splitting up your forces, having guys charge across the center of the open field. That didn't make any sense. But Union could afford that, and they could do that because of that first charge, which just did not ever end. And because of that, Union was able to get up a morale stage and a half, or deal a morale stage half worth of damage and be up a half morale stage. And so Union could afford to do a lot of shenanigans and not really play their best because of that start. So,
Good work. Good job, boys.
I mean, props to Union in the end. They found a way to win. That's really all that matters in the end. CSA, the fact that they were able to make this match go almost 40 minutes, if not a little longer than that, is insane. I mean, being down a morale stage and a half and tickets to start off the rip, like losing that many tickets within the first 8 minutes is bad. And normally at that point you don't play for time, you try to play for tickets, just trying to get a ticket lead. But because of Union's passive play, it kind of worked in CSA's favor, and CSA kind of almost were able to win this game. I don't think if that charge at the beginning, if that was any more favorable towards CSA, I don't know if Union wins this game. Like, if that charge doesn't span out as long as it did, I truly think that CSA probably wins this game. But, you know, we're not in the land of hypotheticals here. We saw what happened. So that was a win from Union, and they earned it. So with that all being said, I appreciate you all watching. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel more, we have a Patreon where you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Besides that, though, we have our Discord, our merch, our X, our Instagram, and TikTok. Those links are in the description. Regardless of all of that, though, I appreciate you all being here, and I hope you're able to learn something and enjoy the beauty that is War of Rights, a game like no other. So, I will see you all in the next one, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night.